This is Jonathan Agger, fifth for Pro Boxing Fans, joined by Frank Smith here in Sheffield, ahead of Dalton Smith against Sam O'maison for the British super lightweight title. Frank, how are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. We're in the darkness in the corner. It's just the two of us left now.
We are. Last one of the day. Dalton Smith, if he wins the fight on Saturday, do you think he's going to be talked about as one of the best British prospects, or do you think he's already got that status at the moment?
Now, look, I think arguably he is one of the best British prospects already. This is his chance to really step on, get that experience of headlining a show. He's been pushing us a long time to get this opportunity, and I'm glad we could deliver it because Dalton's shown the ability and the talent he's got, and now we're going to have over 4,000 people in the arena on Saturday night, and this is Dalton's sort of chance to really springboard from here into some mega fights. And one thing about him, he wants to move quickly. He doesn't want to take it slow. He wants the big fights, and I think we'll see a great performance on Saturday night from him.
Obviously got a very important rematch for Sandy Ryan against Farias this time. What are you expecting from that, and do you think she deserves some credit for going in with a former world champion, fourth fight?
Yeah, look, huge amount of credit. Sandy in her third fight took that opportunity when she could have taken another 6 or 8 rounder. She wanted to step up. She believed in her ability. She doesn't feel like it was her on the night in that ring in Nottingham, but she's got a huge opportunity to go back out there. And the big thing is she can win this fight and go on and fight for a world title next. She's got the ability to do it. So it's just a case of giving her that opportunity, and she's trained hard. This has been, ever since that March fight that she lost against Farias, she's been focused on how can I go back in there and get the win, and she's dedicated herself now. I spoke to her earlier here today. She seems in great spirits, and I think she's in a great place.
Who else on the card stands out for you?
I love the Jordan Thompson-Vasil Duka fight. Jordan's a huge talent and got a big future ahead of him, both at cruiserweight and heavyweight. Duka's been in there against some great fighters in the likes of, recently Chris Smith, Mike Perez, experienced fighters. And, this is going to show the level that Jordan's at. Jordan's had some great stoppages in his last few, so I'm excited to see him. You've got Johnny Fisher back out, not quite Vegas, but Sheffield. He's brought nearly 1,000 up here. You've got Campbell Hatton. I'm looking forward to seeing a mature performance from him. He had a lot of pressure in the first few fights, and I think he's just getting to the point now where he's in a happy place, which is good. You've got Kieran Conway ahead of his fight against Austin Williams on the card. You've got Hopi Price, who had a good performance back in February. He's had a bit of an injury, so he's back out in an 8-rounder. Janae Boston. A lot of people are saying a lot of good things about him, so excited to see how he performs. Akeem Fiaz as well. It's a big show, stacked card top to bottom. It's good to be delivering one of these next-gen shows.
Frank, Conor Benn, Chris Eubank Jr, so many reports, people saying it's done over the line, people within the industry. What is the latest, and are those people accurate?
Let's see. I mean, it's definitely a major fight. It's a major fight. A lot of people talking about it. So lots of discussions going on. Conor's got a lot of options as well. But it'd be great to get that fight over the line. It's a huge fight. It's a mega fight for both of those guys. And let's see how things play out.
If it's not Eubank Jr, when do you need an official announcement or a signed contract for this fight? Because October 8th, I guess there's a bit of time, but when does his opponent have to be secured?
Probably in the next 10 days or so. We really want to get something out there. But we're working on a lot of things. So Conor Benn's a huge star. He's done a lot in a short space of time, and really developed in the last few years into a great talent. So, and he's another one who's ready to move very quickly and wants the biggest fight. So we're working on that in the background, and I think in the next, it could be as early as tomorrow, it could be in 5, 6, 7 days time, but you'll see an announcement soon.
Dillian Whyte, any discussions for him to join back with Matchroom and DAZN?
Yeah, look, Dillian Whyte, we've worked for him for the majority of his career, haven't we? And it'd be great to have him back part of the team as well. Eddie's been in discussions with him and the team, and I think there's a lot of big fights out there to be made. We've had a great relationship with them, and hopefully we can continue that on, because I think he was obviously supposed to have that fight on DAZN, then got injured, and then went into the Tyson Fury fight. So it'd be good to get him back on the platform, of course.
I saw that Laron Richards says his deal came to an end with you guys. Is there anything you can elaborate on why that had to be the case?
No, look, I feel like we did a good job for Laron Richards. We delivered him the European title. We then offered him a big opportunity as well on the Canelo Golovkin show. But look, is what it is. All the best to Laron, and I think he's got a bright future ahead of him. He's a great fighter. So good luck to him on whatever he decides to do next.
Seen that Anthony Joshua's arrived in Saudi Arabia quite a few weeks from the rematch he arrived. What was the thought process behind that?
Look, AJ's been out there. I was out there with him probably 10 days, 2 weeks ago. Anthony's a focused fighter. He's out there, no distractions, and putting everything into to get the win. And he wanted to get acclimatised, spend a lot of time out there. And he's a real professional. He's done everything right this camp, and I think you're going to see a great performance from him and a big win.
Now, if he wins the fight, obviously the Tyson Fury fight is possible for him. Eddie said that he feels that Joshua is still a bigger draw than Tyson Fury. Do you agree with Eddie? What's your thoughts?
100%. Why? You only have to look at their careers. Anthony Joshua, on multiple occasions, has broken all the pay-per-view records time and time again, has sold out stadiums, whether it's Wembley, Cardiff, Tottenham, the O2 Arena, Madison Square Garden, Saudi Arabia. Tyson Fury's done it once or twice. He sold out Wembley against Dillian White that was the fight. That was the two of them. It wasn't just Tyson Fury. That was the two of them together. So AJ is a huge commercial star. I'd say him and Canelo are the two biggest there are in the world of boxing. And Tyson Fury is still a big star, but I don't think he's anywhere near on the level of AJ. Would he have sold out Wembley Stadium or Cardiff for the fights AJ's had, or the O2 or Madison Square Gardens? No. AJ's huge. And doesn't mean Tyson Fury's not big, but AJ's on another level. And also, whatever happens in these fights, AJ against Deontay Wilder, that's a huge fight. Belts, with belts, without belts, no one, people won't care. That's a massive fight. But main focus is, who cares about the commercially bigger star right now? AJ's got to go out there and do a job. Tyson Fury makes it up as he goes along. One day he's fighting Derek Chisora, one day he's fighting Thor, one day he's going to fight Usyk, then he's not going to fight, then he's going to retire, then he's going to do this. Like, every day's different, isn't it? So fully focused on getting the win against Usyk, and then let's see what happens from there. Some big fights to be made, though.
Now, obviously, this fight's landed on Sky Sports box office. Spoke to Dalton Smith last week, and he said no issues working with you guys again. You had a long partnership. Obviously, we've seen the back and forth since you guys have left. What's your thoughts towards it?
Look, we're professionals. We've got a good relationship with Sky for years. We've got the darts as well still with Sky. So we're not like kids in the playground. It's like, we're now competitors in the sense of we're with DAZN. Sky have got their own thing going on, but we're not going to just we are professionals. Our interest is putting on good events and doing good numbers and delivering a great show. So we will continue to do that. That's our main focus. Amongst that, before anything else, it's our brand. That's what's important to us. So look, great relationship with Adam Smith. Have done for a long time. Worked with the team there for 10, myself personally, 10, 12 years. So it will be as normal as it was when Joshua fought Usyk the first time round on Sky and we were with DAZN. No change.
What do you make of the landscape now that Sky have entered with Boxer? What have you made of the shows they've put on compared to what you've done over the year?
I think it's hard to say things without people going, "Oh, you're just talking." They've done a great job. They've signed some good fighters, but at the same time, we are on a global scale delivering mega events week in, week out. Huge guys. You only have to look at even the ESPN thing the other day with all the awards. I think 7 out of the 8 awards were for Matchroom Boxing and our shows. You look at our schedule that we deliver, whether it was, you had Conor Wood fight of the year, wasn't it? You had Josh Warrington, you had Lawrence Okoli, you had Ryder against Danny Jacobs. And I'm not going to, it's not about talking other people down. Spend too much time focusing on other people rather than, we'll focus on what we do, you focus on what you do. Competition's good for any business, I think, but in my opinion, I don't need competition in life to deliver the best. All I care about is do I think we've done the best job, and do I think we could have done that any better? That's all that matters to me, not looking at what other people do. Because otherwise you get too consumed in everything else. We're focused fully 100% committed on the Matchroom Boxing business, and no one comes close to us, in truth. But, you know, they're doing their thing. You've got Frank Warren on BT. You've obviously got Wasserman with Channel 5 as well, you know. So competition's good, but let them focus on what they're doing.
Just closing up, because I know you've got to go. Obviously, I've spoken to Eddie about this before, and a lot of fans will look at it over the last year. Obviously, you've come in with DAZN and put on some great shows, but a lot of people will say, well, you know, this Sky machine, it's difficult without the Sky machine. How have you found it without that machine constantly pumping shows out? What would you say? Has it been challenging? Has it been fine?
No, look, I think it's been fine. Obviously, that's one part of an overall delivery. You know, we've got a team of 15 people in our media and PR department, and multiple agencies that work with us. You know, we're doing partnership, we do stuff with the BBC, we do stuff with various different outlets on social media. There's a much bigger world than just one platform. Don't get me wrong, Sky's platform is amazing. All this talk though of, oh, they've gone there because the Sky platform. No, they've gone there because they got paid more money. It's not, people aren't choosing the like if a certain fighter went there, it's because they might have got an offer that maybe we couldn't match or didn't make sense for us at the time, you know. And ultimately the fighters are going to do what's best for their career, rightly so. They're in a dangerous sport that, you know, it could be, you know, it's a hard sport. So rightly so on that front. But, you know, the whole platform piece gets played off over and over again. Ben Whittaker, I wanted the biggest platform. He was about to sign, like, you know, he would have signed for us. But they were desperate and put up more money. Comes down to money. There's nothing wrong with that. Like if someone said to you, "Oh, you go here and do this," like, and other fighters we might pay more money for. Do you get what I mean? It's like, it's what the people like. One, we must actually, we see a value there. You see a value there. Here's what it is. But the whole platform piece gets played off over and over again. You know, we've got a big platform. You know, through ourselves, through Eddie, through DAZN. DAZN have got the biggest social media following out of, in terms of boxing, and a core audience of boxing fans. It's massive, you know. So you can run that argument whichever way you want, but there's a big world out there, and you know our focus is pushing it across all different channels.
Final one, Canelo Golovkin, the trilogy coming up September 17th has landed on DAZN pay-per-view here. Yeah, just reaction. I know obviously that's DAZN's decision, but you know, obviously some people aren't too happy with this. Just what do you think of that?
Yeah, look, I can understand people's opinions on things where they say, I wanted that to be part of the subscription, but at the same time, every business has its reasons for why they do what they do, and our job is to deliver the best schedule now for the subscribers as well, and that's what we're fully committed and focused on doing. So you know, it's a great fight. The last fight was pay-per-view on BT Sport Box Office, the last Canelo Golovkin fight, the second one. So you know, it's that's been there before, once before, but you know, people saying, "Oh, I can't believe it's pay-per-view." You know, there's a market that will buy the pay-per-view, and it's a huge fight for boxing fans. So you know, it's difficult, isn't it? You're never going to keep everyone happy. In truth, you can deliver the best schedule ever. People are always going to say, "What about this? What about this? What about this?" That's the business we're in, and our job is just to keep delivering and giving them utmost value that we possibly can.
Frank, thanks for talking to pro boxing fans ahead of Smith against O'Maison this Saturday on DAZN.
Thanks very much. Good to see you.